It's different if it's a mandated thing in hospitals or it's a state mandated thing, then fine. I know that this is what we have to do and this is a part of the process. But you going out.
Exactly why most men advocate for mandatory paternity testing at birth. She don't have a problem with it as long as her sky daddy asks her to do it. As long as sky daddy asks him to do it. Cool. Yo, thanks for pulling up, man. That's excellent vision. Good looking out. We got a good video from 8 at the table. And it brings up the question, should paternity tests be mandatory at birth? What y'all think? You know me. Surely not everybody was kung fu fighting. Somebody had to be capping. But let's drop the clips.
This came from Reddit, so I'm just going to read the whole thing first. So here's the deal. I, 34 female, am about 8 months pregnant, and my husband is 31 male. He and I were talking about our birth plan, and he casually mentioned that he would be getting a paternity test done on the baby. We've been together for 5 years, married for 1. I asked him why he thinks he would need to get that done, as I've been faithful to him through our entire relationship. He said he just wants to get it done as proof that the baby is his, but I told him he doesn't need to get that done. It's just an unnecessary step, and to be honest, it would be humiliating for me to have all the nurses judging me while he gets a paternity test done for no reason. I asked him not to do it.
She's worried about the nurses judging her over her man's security.
And he came back with, why? Have you cheated? To which the answer is no. Now, I don't know what to do. I'm already going to be... Wait a minute. Okay, she messed up. I'm already going through a lot of emotions having this baby, and I didn't want to go through the embarrassment of the staff judging me when he asked me to get a test done. It makes me feel like he doesn't have any faith in me.
I'm hearing a lot of me, and I know she's just reading it, and I guess it's because the wife is telling her perspective. So, but it just seems like a lot of selfish and no starting a family and thinking about everybody. But let's go.
Or respect for my honor as a faithful woman amongst the hospital staff. I don't want to be remembered as the woman whose husband asked for a paternity test as soon as the baby was born. I want to be remembered, if at all, as the loving couple who had a great delivery. This would honestly leave such a bad taste in my mouth over the whole birth if he asked for that. I don't know what more to do. Thoughts? Okay, I'll give you my... Girl, just give him a paternity test. Who cares? You ain't gonna be worried about them judging you. Your cooch gonna be torn wide open, or they gonna rip your stomach with a knife to pull the baby out. So wow. How can you be consumed with this during the birth? Just do it. If you ain't cheating, then you ain't cheating. I mean, and to be fair, I think in the States, I think that there should be paternity tests done at birth, you know.
Honestly, I think she's just being fair, calling balls and strikes, because I've heard her on different subjects before, and not so fair. But I think she maybe has some sort of experience with this. I'm not sure. But she's speaking from a place of experience, or at least of motherhood. So I can dig it.
It clears a lot of things up. It keeps people honest. It keeps people from having to pay child support for a child that isn't theirs. I think it gives like the couple, like strong footing going into, this relationship with this new person that they got to raise and take care of. So why not? That's my take.
I think it's one of those situations where
she probably cheated, huh?
At some point. I was gonna call her a hoe. I think it's one of those situations where
they laughed it off, but that's what most men would think. I asked for a paternity test, and the first thing you say is no because you've been faithful. Just take my word for it, and we can't really have a discussion about it. Yeah. Most men are gonna say she's probably cheating.
He ain't lying.
Can actually do something super simple to make your partner feel at ease. And you've got to put your thoughts about it aside. And like you said, you're going to be open on a table. Your hormones are probably already super racing. And if that's what he's asking for, you should be happy that he didn't do it behind your back. And he's actually talking to you about it now.
Good point.
And the staff don't really care about you. You're just a number in the hospital. It's not that serious.
They saw your cooch and like 35 others within the last 48 hours.
I was going to say today.
Well, I hate to be the oddball out,
There you go.
No,
Do
you
your thing.
but I'm not giving no man no paternity test if we're together. You're my husband, and I'm
Okay, so off top, I'm feeling away, but I'm going to hear her out. Let's hear her out. Let's hear her out. Let's hear her out. Maybe she has some good reasons.
telling you there's nothing to get a paternity test about. And I'm not just gonna say, okay, fine, I'm just gonna do it because you asked. No.
Wow.
But why?
If she is concerned
Wow.
about her reputation or how other people will look, yeah, she is gonna look back on that time that she gave birth.
She'll look back on it and have that memory, but she will not have her reputation tarnished or damaged in any way by a nursing staff that doesn't know this woman, doesn't know her friends, aren't allowed to post and speak about patients without risk of losing the job, that is, anyway. So, I mean, I get it. She's maybe a little younger, this one. So, but let's go.
And that's becoming a part of her birth story. People, yes, she's gonna be laid out on a table under meds maybe, or she has other things to worry about. She's gonna be in pain, all of this other stuff that y'all just said. But you don't think that a mother remembers if her husband or the father of the child wasn't in the room, or how the experience went while she was giving birth? Like, people remember those things. And to have your husband, who you're faithful to, like, very much insist on getting a paternity test and you're not doing anything, yes, that's going to sour her experience.
You're a victim.
Here we go.
So I feel like I don't know what's wrong with this man. I don't know why he feels like he needs to do this, but I wouldn't give in to that very easily. No, I would feel highly offended.
I was going to try to give her some more grace, man. But now she's making it seem like it had to be something wrong with the man because he wanted to be sure of paternity. Mama's baby, Papa's maybe. We all heard it. So this would eliminate all of that, right? There's no moral reason why you would even deny a man this. There's no moral reason at all. Her feelings.
By that.
Gotcha. So she may be offended. Not gonna deny that, but it's not like the baby's gonna come. He's gonna say, "Get his bitch a paternity test." Like, no, they're gonna like take the baby to wherever they take it, and they draw blood and stuff. Like, I think that the day when you're born, and they like poke the baby in the foot or something like that, and they like take blood. They're gonna like take it and do that somewhere else. She's not gonna even know when it's happening that they're doing the blood test.
So why ruin the experience by like constantly insisting on doing this? Because I actually do disagree with you by saying that at least he didn't do it behind her back, because I would have rather he done that and I didn't know about it.
You heard her. Oh, like she was shocked that you said that. I'm shocked you say something like that. Are you serious? Is it the dye in the hair? Come on. What do you mean? So you saying you'd rather your husband keep vital information from you. Also, when you find out, you can just crash out and ruin the whole relationship anyway.
To be honest, if you really very strongly feel like that's what you need to do for you to feel comfortable, don't ruin my shit. Don't fuck up my shit and my experience. Go do
Me, my. If this is your husband, you guys have a union. If this is your boyfriend, you guys have a union. If this is somebody that you're just sleeping around with, then we're just going to go in fairness and right and what's morally right. Because you definitely going to want him to support you, or the baby, financially, his child, even though he didn't have a say-so in the child being brought into the world or not. Other than he could have wore a condom. So I'll definitely say that. I ain't going to never take that responsibility away from men. Strap up, niggas.
what you got to do.
But isn't it their experience? I understand she's giving birth, and I understand it's her body. I'm saying, isn't he part of the experience?
He is, which if it was supposed to be a lovely experience, he would have just dropped it altogether. But if he's very insistent on that, let me have my happy birth. And if what you need to have a happy birth is knowing 1000% that this kid is yours without souring my experience, you go do what you got to do.
Yeah,
But
because
would you
1000%
feel
know.
like it seems more insidious if he does it behind her back versus saying that he wants it up front. Or really, he could say, look, at some point after the child is born, you know, don't they go to the doctor like very soon? Yeah, they going back to the doctor. They can do it at the first appointment or something like that. It doesn't have to be
immediately.
Yeah. But I feel like I think doing it behind her back would appear to sour the experience more.
Only if she finds out about it.
Okay. I mean, they're supposed to be married, and
I'm just saying, him wanting it in the first place.
I don't know.
It's just not cool to me.
She even shocks the other lady with that. Oh, well, if he finds out in the first place. I'm not promoting lying on this type of shit in your relationship. I'm not going to act like I'm going to be the one to say don't lie or leave out certain things, because you don't want to put everything on your woman. You might not want to put insignificant things on your man, especially if you got a man's man. Like if somebody at work says something disrespectful and you could take that to HR, take it to HR and don't take it to your man, because he's going to definitely escalate it. And HR should escalate it too, but he's going to escalate it in a different way, if you understand what I'm saying. So protect your man from shit like that in the same way he was supposed to protect you from things like that. But what she doing is saying, as long as she don't find out, that's protection. So if that's the case, don't get mad when he come home and you found out he was cheating. Well, yeah, get mad because you found out, but it's okay for him to cheat then as long as you don't find out. That's what she's saying. All right, cook on, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you really feel like this ain't going away and this will be the only thing to put your mind at ease, and this is what you need to do, and I'm just trying to see things from both sides. You go do what you need to do.
So what
you
happens?
need to do that.
So what happens?
But don't let your wife know.
But what happens when she finds out?
Right.
Like, do you want to be told the truth, or do you want me to be just deceitful?
Because once he finds out, and let's just say it ain't, now what?
Okay, well then that's a different story. If it ain't, then he has all rights to be like, yo, this is what I did and this is what I found out. Because obviously now there needs to be
Question.
Stop the cap. Surely everybody wasn't kung fu fighting. I knew it. Somebody had to be capping. Because even when you bring the test to him, yo, what was going on? Here. So-and-so is not mine. Why you got that letter? What you doing? What you doing? You ain't had a right to do that. What you playing? You stop playing. If that don't work, then they get mad at you. Come on, man.
there needs to be questions and there needs to be a different source of action going on because this ain't my baby.
But so my question to you is, do you think that men have the right to know when a child is born that it is theirs?
Yeah. I actually do agree with you that maybe that in the States, they need to make that a normal thing. But right now it isn't a normal thing.
Right.
So when you're questioning me as if
There
I
go.
did.
Double dutching. How can you morally say you agree because you know you're morally wrong and they pressed you? And I'm glad y'all did actually give her a little pushback, especially the sister, because sisters don't. And I know the gentleman in the middle, he didn't seem like he finna do that. Why are you now gonna play double dutch? Oh, look at her. Jumping. Your turn. Jump in. You got it. Nah, stop that shit. Matumbo that shit. Look. Stay where you staying at. Don't try to, man.
Did anything wrong. It's different if it's a mandated thing in hospitals or it's a state mandated thing, then fine. I know that this is what we have to do and this is a part of the process. But you going out.
Exactly why most men advocate for mandatory paternity testing at birth. She don't have a problem with it as long as her sky daddy asks her to do it. As long as sky daddy asks him to do it. Cool. But you, her lifelong mate, her husband, nah, nigga.
Straight jacket.
Out of your way to get that done because for whatever reason, we've been in a relationship for 5 years and you don't trust that I've been faithful to you during this planning because they're planning, right? They've been planning to have this baby.
I mean, she 8 months. I don't know if it was planned, but
The first sentence of the prompt, the Reddit, said
Only plan they know is Planned Parenthood. Stop saying that, man. Majority of these kids, honestly, are had from casual sex. Not saying that they don't like each other or even love each other, but set down planned, no. And I think that's most communities. Majority of the kids are not planned. Yeah, we plan on being together and we see a future together. Stop that.
they're
they're going
birth
through
plan.
birth plan. But birth plan is like the day of stuff, like who's gonna drive you there or
Oh, okay.
bag and stuff.
Okay. Well, still, I just feel like if you're asking me specifically to get the test done because you don't trust that I've been faithful to you, that's a little different than being like, I don't want to do this state mandated test. I don't want to do what they're telling me to do.
Okay.
She do what Sky Daddy say.
And even
Yeah.
that's how you feel. That's how you feel.
They have to like.
I feel like we
That's true,
like
Marie.
lightly spoke about this before on here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go check out the rest of that conversation at 8 at the table. I'm going to leave a link in the bottom in the description. Now, what I would want y'all to think about is if the government mandates it, there's no problem. So I think that's why we should push locally and federally to have these type of tests done. If DNA testing is inexpensive, accurate, and available at birth, what principle is important enough? Now, keep in mind, what principle is important enough to justify not confirming parentage before legal and financial obligations begin? You can leave it in the comments. Anybody, leave it in the comments. Let me know. And ladies, please be honest about this conversation and just listen. You know, that's all. Just listen. That's all brothers want. Just listen. And stop saying, what about the men though? That's cool, because when y'all come at me or most brothers that I operate around, especially on the internet in this space, you can tell them about themselves. And you can tell them about me. And if it doesn't equate to them, they're going to just pass it. It's nothing. No murk. But have a blessed one. Hit that like, subscribe, share. Appreciate you.